In this video, we are going to build this personal finance tracking app using Google AI Studio application without any subscriptions or without any Gemini API key. So we are completely building it with free. So this finance tracker app, I'll just go through it. So here we have the new balance. So there's the current balance. We have the total income and total expenditure of this month. So it's also showing the current date. We have this in the side pane, we have this transaction where we can see all the transactions. If you want to search any particular transaction, you can just search for it and you'll get that. And we have this filter here. If I click on all months, it's showing June and May. And types, I can just categorize it if it's income or if it's expense. Then when we come to this filter here, we can just click on any part of it and okay, I think housing, yeah, we have it here. And if you want to add any new transaction, just click on new and it can be expense, movie night, $10, and it's entertainment. I'll just give debit card was just click on save transaction and we can see that that's popped up here, which is minus $10 because it was an expenditure. And if you click on export, it will just export this entire expenditure. And if you want to see that here, and it has given me for May and June month all the expenditure, and I felt this is really interesting. It's giving me the entire report, expenditure report for that month. And if you come to analytics here, it is just a dashboard for us to view our expenditure for any particular month. And the UI is really great. The app experience is really great. And this dark mode and light mode option is also really very good. So first we will generate the app entirely in Google AI Studio. Then we will push the code to GitHub. After that, we will publish the project in Google Cloud Project, and also will push the project to our GitHub. So then we'll be doing it entirely with Google AI Studio. After I push the project, then in the Vercel, I'll import my GitHub project and deploy it in Vercel also. So we'll be doing two deployments here. One is with a Google Cloud project and one is with Vercel. And for this entire project, I'll be relying on AI-based development, focusing on prompting, testing, and refining the app rather than writing the code manually. So I'll be completely wipe coding here, not coding anything manually. So today let's build a finance tracker app from scratch using Google AI Studio, completely free to start without paying anything for a subscription or any API keys. Before we start, let me quickly show you something on my channel. So in one of my previous videos, I built complete application with Codex, including front end and back end. So the workflow is very powerful because Codex gives us more control when we are building a serious full stack app. But today I want to show you more beginner friendly. So here we'll be going to use Google AI Studio. So directly in the browser, we will generate the front end, push it to GitHub and deploy it in Vercel. So if you're just starting or if you want to quickly create a demo app for free without any subscription cost or manual setup, this workflow can be very useful. So also in my channel, I am sharing practical videos around AI coding, app building, deployment, automation, and real experiments with tools like Codex, Claude, and Google AI Studio. I also made videos on how to use Claude for free, how to run AI models locally on your machine, and how to leverage any free available models with a Claude ecosystem to build useful applications without spending a lot on a subscription. You'll also find tutorials like where I use tools like hyperframes and remotion together with Claude and Codex to generate programmatically or automate video creation workflow and even edit existing videos using AI. So if this content helps you, please subscribe to the channel. Your support genuinely helps the channel to grow. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching all of my videos. Now let's start building our finance tracking app. Before creating our app, let me show you around Google AI Studio. So this is the playground where we can chat with Gemini, ask questions, and generate content. So for today's video, we'll mainly use the build section. So this is the build section. This is where we turn our ideas into a real web app using prompts. We also have this setting panel here where we can select our model. Currently, I'm using Gemini 3.1 Pro Preview, but you can choose the best available Gemini model in your account. So what you can do is you can go to Google Gemini documentation where you can find their different model and their description, what the model can do. You can go through this dashboard and select the model that you want to use based on your use case. Also, you can select the framework. So we'll be using React to build our application right now. So I've selected React. And also over here, we have this gallery. So this is a great place to explore apps and examples built with Gemini. If you find something interesting, you can open it and even remix it. Suppose if I click on this, we can see that we have this app ready. So if you want to make any modification over this app, you can just remix your development here. So for today's video, we are not copying any existing app. We are going to build our own finance tracker from scratch. So let's write a strong prompt and see what Gemini can create. One important trick before using Google AI Studio build model. So do not start with a very small prompt like build a finance tracker app, and just don't give very simple prompts to it. If the prompt is too small, the output can be random. Sometimes the UI looks nice, sometimes it looks very basic, and sometimes important features might be missing. So what I like to do is first ask Gemini to write a detailed prompt for me, and I'll be using AI to create a better instruction for AI Studio. So what I'll do is I'll go to Google Gemini. Here, I'll basically give it instructions. I'll be giving it the requirements for my application and ask it to generate a detailed prompt for Google AI Studio, where Google AI Studio will be using that prompt to generate our application. So I have given it instruction where I have given all the requirements that I want for my finance tracker app. And what I have asked it is to provide me the prompt very specific to Google AI Studio to generate our application. So you can just provide whatever requirements you want for your app, and I'll click enter. So now Gemini will give us more detailed final prompt. So what I'll be doing is I will be copying this entire prompt and paste it in my Google AI Studio build mode. So this is a small step, but it improves the result a lot. And in my Google AI Studio, I'll paste it. So now, as I said, I am using Gemini 3.1 Pro Preview inside Google AI Studio. So this model is very good for wipe coding, front-end generation, and coding related tasks. So for this demo, we are basically building the front-end app without paying for separate AI coding subscription. So the goal is to generate a React front-end app with all the features we need, dashboard cards, tracking, transaction tracking, filters, edit and delete functionality on, and also monthly report downloads. Now I'll just click on build. While this is generating, Google AI Studio is also giving me some suggestions and ideas. So we can see here, it's asking me to implement user authentication. And you can see some of those recommendations here. These are useful because they can help us think about additional feature, better user experience, or improvements that we might not have considered in the optional prompt. We can see that it has given me few of the design options. One is professional polish, and it's pretty good, I feel. We have the expenses category and been showing how much expenses being spent on each category. Then we have a similar one. I'm looking for something where we can have some chart or anything. Okay, I think this one is good. I'll just select this design. We can see that it's giving us different suggestions. This part I like it very much. Add budget setting feature. If I just click on add to chart, it will implement that feature as well. But for now, I'll just fix on what we are building. Later, we can improvise if we really require it. Now, think about this from a freelancing perspective. Suppose someone asks you, can you build a simple expense tracker for my small business? Instead of only explaining the idea, you can create an MVP like this. So you can build the first version in Google AI Studio, push the code to GitHub, and deploy it on Vercel and share the live link with the client. So the client can open the app, click around, test the flow, give feedback. So this is very powerful because a working demo communicates much better than a long proposal. Of course, this is not the final production app yet, but for production, we still need authentication database and data validation, scaling, everything. But as an MVP, this will definitely be really good. So it helps you move from idea to demo very fast. So, and once the client approves the direction, then you can build the backend and make it production ready. Now this has given me the preview, so you can see that it's previewing me the application, and you have this code tab here. So these are the artifacts that it has generated for us. And if you go to preview mode, we can actually see our application. I'll just make it full screen. So we can see that we have the dashboard option here, where it shows net balance, total income, total expense, and this month's expense for that particular month. And this is pretty good, yeah. And this is one is nice. If I click on view all, it's going to the transactions part where we have search transaction. If I search for any transaction and it's given, it's getting filtered out, and we have everything for June and nothing in May. So and yeah, I think we have in May as well some of the. So all these are dummy data basically. If you go to June or if you click all months, it'll be showing all the month. And we have types. If I can click on income, then whatever the income that I have made, and expense, whatever the expense that we have done, and we have the category as well. So this is very good. And we have this add new button here where I can just add income, just add expense. It was movie night and some $10. I definitely don't know. So it's just entertainment and yeah, debit card. It did save the transaction here. We can see that a movie night is being added here, and it's an expense, so it's minus $10. We have the edit option as well here. I can just click on the edit and make the modifications that I require. And if I go to analytics dashboard, we have month-wise expenditure and income details here. So if you want to add any modifications, what you can just do is actually this is fine, but I think we can have a bar chart, a donut chart here. So just if you want to add any modifications, click on this button here. So just click on this. So now we can see that this div tag has been selected, and ask it to make like, mm, yeah. So I have asked for a modification for this div where I have asked you to create a donut chart instead of this one. Also, if you want any modification, and I'll ask one more modification that I do every time when I build any app to add a night or a dark or day mode. So I'll click on this div, add. So now we can see that all these components have been tagged here and have asked for it to make relevant modifications. Then just click on enter. Okay, now we have got that update. Mm, yeah, so the day and night mode button is actually working really well. And also we have this change here where we have got the donut chart instead of the bar chart that we had. I'll keep it in the night mode. So in the transactions and this export, when you click on this export, it downloads a file, and when you view it, you can actually see the data here, and this is incredibly well. So if you want to get your monthly data, you can just export it and you will have that CSV with you. And we have this device option here. So now it's current screen size. If you want to view it on mobile, so this is how it actually looks on mobile. This is actually really impressive. So you can just know how it looks on your mobile. You can select transaction, and it shows you the transaction you can add or you can export. So this is really good feature. And if you want to see it how it looks on tablet, and yeah, this is how it looks on tablet. It's showing the current date, and you have this side pane here, and everything is actually working pretty good, I can say, and that with a free model and with the entire free tire subscription. So now, if you want to see the code, here is our code base. And if you want to download this, you can just click on export and download as zip, and you can run it with npm or npx commands. So here we have this publish option to push our code to GitHub, and we have this versions. So in the version, you can see what all modifications we did. So this was the first preview that it gave, and this is our final application where we can see that it's in the current current one is selected. So go to publish and just give the name for it and publish your app. So this gets published to our Google Cloud project if you have any. Otherwise, what you can do is you can click on the GitHub and sign in to GitHub here. So once you verify and set up the GitHub, just provide the repo name. For visibility, you can keep private or public. I'll just keep it public so that everyone can use it. I'll create this GitHub repository. Once the project is pushed to GitHub, go to Vercel and click on Add New and Project here. So we can see that our project has been pushed. Click on Import and Application Preset. I think we can leave this settings without touching it. So click on the root directory and check if this is a root directory and click on continue. I think I'll keep this as it is and click on deploy. So now since this is deployed, what I'll do is I'll go to my dashboard and we can see that the deployment is complete, and my deployment URL, if you just click on it, the application is open and everything seems to be working fine. If you go to transactions, we can see all the transaction and also the analytics here. So other thing that I did here was using the publish, where we published it in Google Cloud project. So it also gave me this URL where we are running this app in GCP right now, and this one works too. So we did two things right now, three things mainly. We pushed it to GitHub with Google AI Studio, and then we published it in Google Cloud Project, and this is what we got. So we can see the details here. And after pushing it, we also did another thing, which was going to Vercel and deploying our project here. So that is the complete workflow. So we started with an idea from a finance tracker app. So then we used Gemini to create a strong prompt specifically for Google AI Studio. So we generated the app in the Google AI Studio. We improved the UI on however we preferred it to be. We tested transactions, filters, and we also exported our monthly budget or monthly finance report. So then we pushed the code to GitHub and we published it in Google Cloud Project. We got the URL and we can see that it's completely working fine. And also we deployed it in Vercel, um, where we imported the project from the GitHub. So my honest opinion on this is that for building quick MVPs, Google AI Studio is a really very useful tool where we don't have any subscription. So if this video has helped you, subscribe to the channel. I will keep testing practical AI coding workflows like this and sharing the actual work. So, and if you want to see how I built the full front-end and back-end app using Codex, so watch the video that I showed you earlier. And I will see you in the next one. Keep coding for the future. Bye.